Sports fans, this is Robert with WTP Sports News here live on this Tuesday night for an edition of Across the Board. We're going to be talking Arch Manning and the Texas offensive issues, conference front runners, and man, listen, I don't usually watch a whole lot of NFL, but since I've joined this fantasy football league, I've been watching more NFL football than I have in a long time. And I'm wondering, those casual NFL fans, if you joined a fantasy football league, you would probably be watching more football like me. I'm here this evening with my man, post game of the Post Game 86 podcast. How you feeling, bro?
Oh, blessed and highly favored and ready to talk this good sports. What up, Rob?
I'm good, bro. I'm good, man. I'm glad you were able to join this evening. I don't know if any of the other part of the crew is going to jump in. I know Mossberg had to work, FanDuel Zaya had to work, so I'm not sure if they're going to make it in. They might make a cameo appearance, but we might get a little shout out from Parlay Poe and T1 here at some point tonight. But if it's just me and you, we're going to roll it and make it happen. So let's go ahead and get into some of the questions that we have out there in the chat. First up, what's your thoughts on Arch and his first three performances? And is he the cause of the offensive issues at Texas?
Well, the first game on the road against a tough team, the number one team in the country, Ohio State, you would expect him to not have his greatest game. So that the Ohio State game really didn't concern me when it comes to Arch Manning. The other two games, you would think he would have been more impressive, but I think he's something like six touchdowns and three interceptions on the season. So hopefully, for Texas' sake, for your Longhorns' sake, Rob, they got those issues figured out in those last two games. Are able to put some stuff on film and work on some things and correct some things because I feel like Texas has the talent to compete against anybody. They just got to put it all together.
Yeah, I feel you on that. Do you think he's the reason why their offense is struggling right now?
Uh, it could be a combination of growing pains with Arch Manning and getting that offensive line up to par. It could be that.
Okay. What's your thoughts, FanDuel said? What's your thoughts on Arch in his first three performances? And is he the cause of Texas offensive issues?
Uh, what up? How y'all doing, fellas? Y'all good?
Are we good, bro? How
What up?
you?
What up? What up? What up?
Man, I'm good, man. Yeah, I think it's a combination of coaching and him, though. I don't really think y'all calling the plays to set him up for success. We was watching the game, um, up at the casino or whatever, and I was like, remember that play I told you y'all need to put in y'all's playbook? I
Mhm.
think he needs more options as far in post game. Just so you know what play we talking about. You know the RPO plays where you fake it to the running back and then the quarterback kind of scramble out and then he could throw the screen pass or he can run. I want to see his legs be put on more of the forefront of the offense rather than him slinging the ball down the field. I would rather see him doing a lot of dipping and dunking throws. Um, because y'all got adequate running backs. I feel like to where if y'all could establish the run, then maybe if y'all could establish the run better with y'all's running backs and kind of use Arch Manning's legs, then maybe you can get more play action pass and vertical game going on for him, where he don't really got to necessarily read coverages and absolutely think about breaking down the coverages. I think that's a part of his game that needs to grow, and as well, I see uh a lot of damage in his mechanics right now. I think he just got to get better, bro. Like his mechanics look kind of shaky. Like he throwing off back foots a lot, It looked like that leg is stiff. That front leg is stiff when he throwing. He do a lot of throws with where it don't look like he using his torso. It is just straight arm power. Um, and I think sometimes when his mechanics is slipping, that he's not getting behind the ball, and that's where you see a lot of these errant passes. Um, we know Sark can draw plays, bro. We know he can cook up. I just don't think they cooking up right for him. I think they need to revamp the offense.
A lot of those things that FanDuel Zay mentioned, to me, that's a little shocking because if you think about it, he got a chance to sit back behind Ewers for a couple years, even though he got a couple starts. But for the most part, he got a chance to sit back and really learn Sarkeesian, and Sarkeesian learned him. And if you think about the kind of support Arch Manning has from his father, his uncles, his grandfather, and then being at Texas, you wouldn't think those things were an issue. So that right there, what he just broke down, that's a little surprising for me.
Yeah, I mean, of course, we all know that his last three performances have not been what well, some people expected it. Some people thought he was going bad. Um, just based on the fact that he didn't play against anybody really, really good last year when he had his two starts and he came in and took over for Quinn Ewers when he got hurt that one game. I think my biggest thing about him is the fact that that year before he was making all of those throws with confidence and he was making a lot of throws. This year, you see him missing those very same easy layup throws, which lets you know, like FanDuel said, his mechanics is off. Um, he's not following through. He's not. He maybe his guy foot is a little stiff or his leg is a little stiff. You see him doing a lot of trying to throw with his arm, not rotating his torso and his hips and all of that stuff. You can see that those mechanical issues. I really feel like he's gotten into his head. There was a lot of hype around him, a lot of people talking about how great he's going to be. And then you go into the shoe, facing one of the best defenses in the country. They give you a lot of looks, but at the same time, they weren't showing everything that you're gonna see Ohio State do this season. You know what I'm saying? They just did enough to know that they was going to confuse a first-year starter coming into the shoe. But you're gonna see that defense do way more than what you've seen them do against Texas. I just think that he got to settle down and get himself under control and just go out there and play ball. As far as Steve Sarkisian and the offense, I think he's called a good enough game for us to be blowing out these last two teams that we played. I think he called a good enough game for us to be a little bit closer to Ohio State if he would have made some of those easy throws and was patient. I think Steve Sarkisian is saving stuff for the SEC, though. He's not going to roll out a whole bunch of stuff when he know he has an SEC gauntlet like he has. And even though we were thinking some of these teams weren't going to be very good, and Texas was just going to steamroll them, they've proven that they're going to be better than what they were last year. When you talk about Texas A&M, Oklahoma, Vanderbilt was good last year, but I think they're even better this year. So I think he's holding some stuff back. Plus, you got to deal with the fact that Trey Wisner hasn't been there. That's the best running back that we got. That's the healthiest. He hasn't been playing the last two games. That would be a security blanket for him out the backfield, somebody who can run the football better than any other running backs that we have. Then we lose Cedric Baxter last game. We got to play a lot of younger running backs. The wide receiver room has been banged up. DeAndre Moore hasn't played, but that one game against Ohio State, he played in the next game, but he got hurt early. So he hasn't been out there. And he didn't really even get to work with him all spring because he was hurt. He barely worked with Ryan Wingo during the springtime. They both missed time in the fall as well. So he just really hasn't had a chance really to gel with those guys. It's going to take some more time. Hopefully he can get it going by the time we play Oklahoma. But we got a tough schedule to go. I ain't making any excuses for him because the easy layup throws, he got to be able to make those. But he got to get out of his own head. And I think right now he's in his own head, just thinking too much, thinking way, way too much. Let's see what's going on in the chat real quick. Jet Life said, the offense is general. It says he leads the team in rushing. That can't happen. And I believe another running back got injured again. Yeah. CJ Baxter just went down. But, I mean, they're going to keep him out the next game. But he should be back by the time we play Florida. He also said that's the same statement again. Let me see. Same statement again. Chase Higgins' digs is just disgusting. Well, whoever that is. That must be a Philly fan. And he going in on those Bengals. Y'all must be about to play the Bengals, Philly Mike OG. Let's go to our next question that we had in here. And if any of you in the chat got any questions y'all want us to entertain, please put it in the chat and we will get to it. Is there a way Notre Dame or any other two-loss team can make the 12-team CFP? And the CFP, for those who might not know, is college football playoffs.
Yeah, I guess I'll take that first. Oh wow. I was really not very optimistic after the game Saturday against Texas A&M. But as the week went by, I kind of put things into perspective and got to looking at different aspects of that team. And, I'm really excited about them putting more of a covered safety back there instead of having two like tackling machine type safeties. They're going to do that this week. I just want them to beat Purdue, man. And I don't know if that's a given anymore. But if Notre Dame, to answer your question, if Notre Dame runs the table, I think, the committee will look, will give them a pass on the losses, being that they lost to a top 10 team and a top 5 team. But Notre Dame doesn't control their own destiny anymore with those losses. They'll have to hope that USC is a highly ranked team and possibly another team, maybe an NC State, maybe Arkansas. Arkansas won't be an easy win. So now Notre Dame also, not only do they have to run the table, fellas, they have to hope that one of these teams are ranked high when they play them and beat them. And they have to hope that Texas A&M and Miami stays in the top 10. So Notre Dame, they just got to take it a game at a time and get back to that Notre Dame football. But wouldn't it be the most Notre Dame thing ever if they, lost these 2 games and then went undefeated and made the college football playoffs? That's like the most Notre Dame thing ever under Freeman. Everybody doubting them, the fan base is hot right now. And then they just shut everybody up like they did last year. But they got a lot of things to work on. I give them about a 40% chance to do what I just said they needed to do. And we'll see what happens. But I think they can. They just going to need a little more help. They don't control their own destiny anymore.
What's your thoughts, FanDuel, if you're still there?
Yeah, I'm still here, man. Listen, I think Notre Dame is a hell of a football team for real. Not great, but this the thing. A lot of what post game said, I agree with. They need Miami to kind of go ahead and run the table. Maybe I mean they can probably take one L, but they need them to be in the playoffs. Texas A&M, I don't think they need them to be in the playoffs, but they can't be too far off of it. Um, and then they gotta win. They gotta win the rest of their games though. I can't see a 3-loss Notre Dame independent team with the remaining schedule that they have making it to the playoffs. So um, as long as them things happen, and the fact that they're 0-2 and they're still in the top 25, the brand is. I feel like the brand is going to speak for itself when we get around that time. I don't think they're going to lose out on having Notre Dame fans being able to travel because we know that brand is going to bring in viewership. We know their fans is going to show up to anywhere they play, and sometimes politics is just involved. But if they
Yeah.
win the rest of their schedule, I think. Listen, I think they a playoff team if they can win the rest of their schedule. Now we talking about 18, 19, 20, 21-year-old kids to go
Yeah.
10, 11 straight weeks without a blemish. It's going to be tough for any program. Um,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna highlight 2 games. It's USC and NC State. Them the only 2 teams I think can possibly do anything to detour Notre Dame from winning the rest of their games on their schedule. So um, I hope they turn it around because really, man, you talk about 2 games that we feel like they should have won both of them. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
Yeah.
I mean, some things go your way. Sometimes you get the luck of the draw. They didn't get the luck of the draw in both of them games. Uh, a missed what was it, a missed extra point.
Yeah.
Then took him out of the play. Like let's think about it. He catch that ball. He kicked the extra point. Now the pressure is on you to go all the way down the field. You don't even feel like you got a chance to win the game. Now you feel like you can just send it in overtime. That's enough added pressure itself. Uh, so we'll see what happens, man. I think that is a more than capable team to be in the playoff though. At the end of the season, we know everybody got to get better week by week, and from what I've seen from them, if you tell me we gonna fast forward to week 12, and what do you think about that football team? I gotta think that they're gonna keep on getting better, and I don't think if you knew what their record was, if you seen them play, you would say that's not a playoff team.
Yeah.
Yeah, all I got to add to that is if they win out and they only got 2 losses at the end of the season, I believe they're getting in. I mean, you look at the 2 teams that they lost to, 2 games that they could have won, should have won. Uh, I don't see them keeping them out if they run the table. Who are your top 4 teams in the ACC, and were these your top 4 teams before the season started?
I'll go with Miami, Florida State, Georgia Tech, and it just might be Cal. It might be Louisville. I did not have these top 4 teams in the ACC to begin the season. Myself, along with a lot of others, thought that Clemson was just going to run through everybody, and so far that has not been the case. Um, so yeah, I got Miami, Florida State, Georgia Tech, and I'll take it, Cal or Louisville, which is a very beautiful place, by the way. I love Louisville, but I did not see the ACC shaking up like that. Coming in, I thought Miami might have been a little overrated. They proved me wrong. We had no clue what Florida State was going to be, and they looked like a good team. We thought Clemson would be elite. That doesn't look like it's going to happen. I had some questions about SMU. A lot of people had them rated high. I just did not. I like their quarterback. I just did not believe their defense would be able to stop anybody. Georgia Tech, It was a team on the fence. I thought they'd be good. I think they might be better than what I thought they would be. Um, Vatek, they've just fired their coach. Duke might be a middle of the pack team. So the ACC, all in all, is probably better than what I thought they were going to be, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I think we're gonna be in agreement, pretty much with the top three, with Miami, uh, Florida State, and Georgia Tech. So it comes down to that fourth team for real. And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna stay on the SMU thing. I think yeah, the defense is a little iffy. I see a lot of iffy defenses in the ACC throughout. Really, after you get past some top two teams, even Georgia Tech, I don't think their defense. I think they beat a Clemson team that can't figure out offense right now. So SMU, they're explosive though on offense. It's nothing. It's not. I mean, they lost to Baylor. They lost to another explosive offense, and I don't think people are going to be able to keep up with the points that they can put up on the board. So, just by default, I'm gonna go with SMU still.
Yeah, I agree with them top three teams: Miami, Florida State, Georgia Tech. Of course, I had Clemson as the best team in that conference at the start of the season, but of course, we see what they're doing right now. I like NC State though. I think NC State might be one of those that fourth team that might be able to stay up there with them and make some noise and possibly make it to the ACC championship. Who knows? It might happen. But I like Louisville as well, and I ain't shut the door on SMU yet either. I thought they was going to be one of the better teams in the ACC at the start of the season as well. And anytime you can score some points, if you can outscore somebody, you can win because that's the name of the game. Having more points than the opposing team. I think that those three teams, Louisville, SMU, NC State, will probably be that one of those fourth team in that race for the ACC. Let's see if we got any comments down.
Hey, I do think we should probably keep an eye on Syracuse. The jury is still out on Syracuse, but I seen enough to where I don't know which way I'm gonna lean. But I seen enough to where I feel like they could possibly be a good team too. They could probably get somebody, and I know Notre Dame played them as well. So y'all better hope that they don't turn out to be a good team as well, because that's an added game to that schedule.
Yeah, Paulie Paul said
maybe
he likes NC State too.
Yeah, I like maybe y'all do want them to be good, so y'all can boost y'all strength of schedule while I'm tripping. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, it's Syracuse and NC State, bro.
Yes, NC State. Yeah, I love CJ Bailey. I just don't think they can play 4 quarters of football. Like I see them have an amazing half, and then I see them have a terrible half. And I just know when you playing big time football, you got to be able to put 4 quarters together.
Yeah, for sure. Let's go to our next question. What team do you have at the top of the Big 12? Is it different from what you had at the start of the season?
It's the same. I got the same Big 12 standings I had from the start. And y'all know I've been talking about Baylor and Sawyer Robertson all summer long, and I'm not going to change my pick. I'm still picking Baylor to win the Big 12. Arizona State, I remember us doing a podcast. I kind of felt like they were overrated nationally, like they shouldn't have been rated so high in the polls, but they're still players in that Big 12. You got Texas Tech. Don't think Kansas is done. Arizona, you got Utah. Man, the Big 12 is crazy, and I believe any one of those teams can win the Big 12. But I'm gonna stick to my pick, and I'm gonna continue to take Baylor.
Yeah. Hey, listen, the 2 best teams in the Big 12 play this weekend. And I had both of them at the top too, preseason. But I think Texas Tech and Utah have separated themselves from everybody in the Big 12. I don't think neither one of these teams is going to lose to nobody else throughout them. Somebody got to lose this weekend. But after that, I think they pretty much going to run the table. Uh, I think they're on the collision course for the Big 12 championship. Now, right after that is where it gets tricky. It's real hard predicting the Big 12 because you got so many teams that's on the same caliber as everybody else. Everybody's the same caliber in the Big 12 to me. So I'm gonna say, well, without giving out my prediction, I ain't gonna give out my prediction for that game on Saturday. I'm gonna just say Texas Tech, Utah are the best two teams for me right now. Third and fourth, I'm gonna go Iowa State, even though I know, just like Poe said, Iowa State want to make everything a dogfight. But shit, I mean, the name of the game is just to win by one, and they keep winning. And then the fourth team I'm gonna go with is BYU. I think BYU will still be sitting there, even after all the controversy that they went through with their starting quarterback right before the season.
Yeah.
That's the moment.
T1 to the show. How you doing, T1?
I'm good, man. I'm just leaving Linda McKinley. I did girls volleyball tonight. Just leaving Linda. Hey, thanks. I appreciate y'all. That's right. It's gonna be there forever.
Yeah, I think that
My fault for I was just passing to the kids.
What's your thoughts on the Big 12?
Say, hey, I just hopped in and saw that. I told y'all in the chat earlier, and Zay did it right there. I actually got Utah and Texas Tech going to the playoffs. I got both of them going to the playoffs, and they might even, they could possibly get another sleeper in there. Yeah, they could possibly get another sleeper, but I like Utah and Texas Tech a lot.
How you feel about Iowa State?
Iowa State too. That's why I said the possible three. They got a possible three, man. Like I said, I went through everybody's schedule today. And all three of them teams have a great chance of making it.
Yeah, Paul said Utah is going to be special. I think that outside of Kansas State, I had Kansas State up there at the beginning of the year. I thought that they would be better than what they are. We all talked about this league and the fact that they are loaded with a lot of good quarterbacks that we knew was going to be able to ball out. Avery Johnson is the only one that hasn't really led his team to the kind of victories that we thought he would. I really like Texas Tech because they spent all that money. We knew they was going to be up there because they got loaded with talent. We just wanted to see if they would all gel because they hadn't been playing together and they all came in through the portal. We knew that Utah at home was going to be you probably ain't going to beat them at the crib. So that was another team that we thought was going to be really good. And Iowa State we knew was gritty. And we knew Baylor had a good quarterback and they could put up some points. So outside of that, I think that Kansas State was the only team that I had up there early that does not look good right now. But I could definitely see them getting three teams in, especially when we know that the SEC is going to eat on each other and mess around and only get three in. And so they could definitely get three in the Big 12, three in the SEC, and maybe four in the Big 10. And we'll just have to wait and see how it goes. But I think they got a chance to get three in.
I think the polls tell us everything we need to know. I don't think the Big 12 is getting no three. They can get two, but they're gonna get one before they get three.
It's very possible, Zay. It's very possible. I look here. Go back and look at those schedules, Zay.
It
I
ain't.
went and looked at the schedules now. If these teams keep playing the way that they're playing, like no, all three of those teams have a great chance of making the playoffs. Just like I said, I went through the records, fellas. Just like the SEC has a great chance of only getting 3 teams in, because I like how No try to throw it in there talking about they beating up on each other. Like every conference ain't beating up on each other. Like they
They're
the
not.
only ones beating up
They're
on
not.
each other. The
They're
Big Ten
not.
been beating up on each other for years, buddy. We didn't just start this. We've been beating up on each other for years. But the SEC got all of these cupcake games on their schedule and the bottom feeders. That's why I said you're going to get. I think it's going to be like 7 SEC teams with 3 losses. It's going to be crazy, and those 3 loss teams probably won't get in over a one loss ACC or SEC team, or maybe even a 2 loss, because all of them rankings that they have these SEC teams with right now, they're going to be gone in week 13, week 14. A lot of those rankings are gone, and it's not because they're beating up on each other. It's because they ain't that good.
But see, this is what I'm saying though, T. You got Texas Tech and Utah, who we feel like is the clear-cut favorites in the Big 12 now, right? And let's just say hypothetically, Iowa State dropped 1 game in Big 12 play, and they go in and they win a tiebreaker, and they go into the Big 12 championship. Bro, the truth about it is, bro, depending upon who they drop that game to, we talking about we looked at the schedule. That's gonna look like a bad loss compared to the SEC. And then they're gonna play the conference championship game, and we probably gonna say the other team gonna win. Let's just say hypothetically the other team do win. They're not getting in, bro. They're not getting in. They already gonna be in the back half of the rankings by the time the committee roll around. I don't see no way there's gonna be 3 Big 12 teams. They don't have enough respect as a conference.
If you have all 3 of those teams with you may have an undefeated one and 2 1-loss teams. You can't. There's no justification to just throw a 3-loss SEC or Big Ten team in over a 1-loss Big 12 team. So if they come out there with 1 loss, they're in there. There's nothing to justify. You went 11-1, 10-2. There's no justification for that.
I hear what you're saying, and the justification is going to be Iowa State beat Arizona State 24-16, and then the justification on the other side is going to be that SEC team played 8 ranked opponents, and they went through their schedule and they made it to 9-3. I'm trying to tell you, and when you look at it, Utah or Texas Tech can be the undefeated team. That's very true. And then it's very possible that Iowa State and whoever lose this game on Saturday can both have 1 loss. But somebody gotta have that second loss. And I think it's gonna be enough justification for a 9-3 SEC team to get in over that 2-loss team.
A 2-loss team, possibly, yes. I'd say the 1-loss team. 2 losses against 3 losses, they may give it to them, but we all know that all of this, they play ranked teams. I looked at some of the SEC schedules, and teams have like 5 straight games against ranked teams. Like, stop it. We know that the SEC rankings are inflated. The stuff is crazy looking at. Yeah, you would think on paper, oh my gosh, they're just going to kill each other. Everybody's ranked. That's just because they're getting ranked just off of the old conference work. It's a new day, man.
If you say so. Let's look at Anthony's question down here, man. He's asking, who do you think is the most complete team in the top 5 in the college football rankings right now? He's making a case for Miami, saying that Miami is the most complete team, and that some people, analysts out there, feel like Ohio State, LSU, Georgia have some weaknesses right now. Do y'all agree with that? Do y'all think Miami has shown that they might be the most complete team that we've seen so far?
Time out. Who you didn't listen to that said Ohio State had is one of the teams that shows some type of weaknesses? Because what I see right now, you can call them homer eyes all you want, but I ain't even close to scared of nobody. When in previous years, I can look and say like, that Bama gonna be a fight, that Georgia gonna be a fight. I'm not saying that. That Clemson gonna be a fight. I'm not saying that with none of these. None of them. So I don't know where you got that from. Ohio State, the most complete team out here after seeing the way our quarterback spin that ball. We got a quarterback that can get it to the receivers, a great defense, good special teams. We're working to try to get it great. Not many points been scored on us. Come on, man. Who told you that?
What y'all say? What y'all say?
It's hard to say. I think I like what I see from Ohio State. I like what I see from Oregon. I like what I see from Miami. I like what I see from Penn State. Um, it's hard to say right now, man. It's real tough to say. There's a lot of good looking teams out there. If Ohio State and Miami played right now, I would favor Ohio State. So man, it's tough for me. Give me 3 more weeks and I'll have a better answer.
What you say, Zay? Oh, maybe he had to duck off for a minute. So
Oh,
he
no,
said,
hold on. I'm here, man. Listen, hold on, man. Anthony, you crazy. I see weaknesses in Miami, and I know Carson Beck is still who he still is. He will give you the ball in big games. We've always known that about Carson Beck. That's step one. Step two, I don't care who you are. Everybody got a flaw somewhere. Nobody's perfect. None of these teams are going to be perfect teams. We don't have a team out here this year that I look at and I be like, oh, this can be a historically great team. So you missing me with all that perfect nonsense that you're talking about. And as far as
Time out, Zay, real quick. So let me clear something up for y'all. I'm talking about where we're at right here in the season because guess what? I got a surprise for y'all. Ohio State gonna be way better in 10 more weeks. So I'm not saying that we're perfect. I'm saying what I'm seeing right now is an Ohio State machine that's gonna keep on rolling. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying they perfect. I'm just saying I love what I see from my team right now. And as we continue to grow, as we will, man, we're gonna be hard to stop.
I think he meant most. He said he meant most balanced team, not the perfect.
Right,
team.
and I believe that right now in this week three, I believe that we were very balanced with offense and defense. Very balanced. The defense good, offense good. You know, you can call the defense great, offense great, but I ain't giving nobody great right now.
yeah, we're talking about balance. My team clearly looks the most balanced. I mean,
That's all I'm trying to say.
You talking
That's
about
all I'm
Bo?
trying to
You
say.
talking about we discovered Bo. Our quarterback is highly efficient. We got receivers. We got everything you need on defense. Where? How do they look more balanced than us? And they struggle to run the ball against Notre Dame. I'm just saying. How do they look more balanced?
And Tuesday, and no, we was out there together. I had the opportunity to watch a whole Oregon game, and I went a couple notches down from how I felt about them previously. I saw a whole lot of holes in their offense and defense when they go up against a powerful team like Ohio State or Miami.
I was talking about
I
Texas
say
and two cupcakes.
Yeah,
I was talking
we got
about
cupcakes.
he act like they didn't play OU in two cupcakes.
I do think y'all.
Yeah, that's that goal post move and stuff. We all know that we didn't have. Everybody got easy games. Everybody got cupcake games. The SEC's cupcakes are a little easier with the Seminole and the College of Charleston and the little teams that they be playing. We at least play MAC teams, you know what I mean, or something. But stop it with the soft schedule. Everybody play cupcake.
Nobody's saying that Ohio State is not a good team, but from what we saw so far, you cannot deny that this Miami team does not look real damn good, bro. They look really good. And y'all listen, y'all's rush defense is not that good. Y'all got to get it better, bro. It's not that good because y'all not that deep at the defensive tackle position like y'all going to need to be once y'all get in the grind of that Big Ten schedule. That's going to be a concern for y'all, man, that rush defense. I'm telling you.
Hey, no, y'all's quarterback was y'all's best rusher against us. What are you talking about?
What I'm telling you is Texas rushed for 160 yards on y'all. Y'all only rushed for, I think, 70 on them. So if you're playing against a much better team who can stop the run and who can also run the football, y'all might run into some complications.
Hey, no. Do you know how many possessions? Do you know how many total possessions Ohio State had in that Texas game? 9. I don't know how much offense you think you're gonna get up out of 9 possessions, but
how many do you think you get ordinarily in a game? You think
we played a defensive game way more than 9. Way more than 9.
Well, 11 is probably the average is probably 11 in a game. You're probably getting 2 a quarter. Sometimes you might get 3.
And then look, out of that 9, 4 of them was inside the 20. 2 of them inside the 5. 10.
That's irrelevant, bro. If your offense is that
and
good,
guess what we did? No, but listen. No, if you watch the game.
That's all I'm saying.
No, sir. If you watch the game, what did we do when we got the ball all the way down there deep in our own possessions? Nothing. Just try to get some yards, punt the ball, turn it over to our defense, and watch them stop y'all. Our defense completely dominated y'all. You have absolutely nothing to say.
Fellas,
y'all got one night TV.
Okay.
Go ahead, Paul.
Fellas,
we'll go to the next thing.
Yeah, we'll be all night. We can go back and forth.
All day, all night. Y'all know how we can do. Let's go.
Let's get to the
Y'all
next
know my
question.
thing. Let's go.
All I know is it's 360 yards to 203.
Right. Y'all got one late touchdown. Really was a great defensive game by our defense. Excellent defensive game.
And I want to tap into something you said. No, you said the average possessions in a college game is 11. No, it's more like 20 something. The average possession.
I'm talking about per side, 11 per side.
I wasn't paying no attention to that.
Oh, okay. You said per side. Okay.
No. Like how you're saying, we only had 9 possessions to where if you go back and look how many possessions we had against OU, I guarantee you it was way over 9. And we actually ate up some clock on a few of those. But go ahead, like post game clear. Let's move to that next one.
Look at the next question. The next question we got is Texas in any of y'all's top 4 teams in the SEC? If not, who are your top 4?
I only got a top 2 for the SEC right now, and that's Oklahoma and who else did I say?
Georgia.
Oklahoma and Georgia. That's it. All the rest of them, I'm trying to tell y'all, they gonna have 3 L's. Texas gonna have 3 L's, bro.
Yeah, my top 4 in the SEC. I'm going Georgia and Tennessee. They're on a tier on their own, and then I'm gonna go OU. And I still think Bama. I think Bama after that week 1 performance, I think they gonna get it together.
Man, it's tough to say. Oh man, I know for sure. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I really don't like what I saw from LSU, but I'm gonna go Georgia, Oklahoma, Alabama, and Texas. I believe that'd be the top 4 teams in the SEC. I don't like what I saw out of LSU thus far. I don't believe in Missouri, so I'm gonna lay it like that.
Did you already go, Zay? Maybe you had to step away. I mean, right now, I mean, the way Texas has been playing, they do not look like a top 4 team in the SEC. I mean, it's still going to be hard for teams to beat them because they got one hell of a defense. And if their offense can do anything to keep them from their defense from being on the field all game, they can still, beat some of them teams, even if the score is 17-14. But they are not looking like a top 4 team right now. I would say Georgia, Oklahoma, Tennessee looked really good, even though they lost at home to Georgia, but they gave up way too many points, both of them teams, and LSU. So that would be my guess. I still think that those teams still got to play some games, man. They really haven't played anybody to where I think their heads and shoulders above anybody else in that conference.
Yeah, let me ask you this real fast. Who do you think has the best defense in the SEC?
Oh, Texas, without a doubt.
That's why I got y'all top 4, man.
Yeah, Texas, without a doubt.
Yeah, we seen Oklahoma had one of the top 3 defenses in the SEC last year, though. They had 0 offense, and that was the Achilles heel.
It was.
Yeah, that's a fact.
They had absolutely no offense. Now, Texas has some offense. They got absolutely no offense. That's for sure.
Man, I ain't been seeing no offense. What are you talking about?
What I'm telling you is this. Once we get our running back and we get our wide receivers back, you're going to see offense. Enough to beat the teams with that good-ass defense we got. You're going to see it then.
All right. I hear you, man. Listen, I want you to win, all right? Because I want to play you again, and I want you to wear another Buckeye shirt.
I probably will never have to wear another Buckeye shirt.
Time out. I don't even like the Buckeyes. That wasn't even a Buckeye shirt. He wore a Ohio shirt. That was bogus. He played you, Zay. Let's move it on.
Nah. We already discussed these things.
Nah, from what I saw, that was whack. And that was Rob doing the OG call, and he punked you.
Nah. Listen, he made a short about it. He knew what he was doing. We knew what he was doing. It's okay though, because he got to play me again next year.
Yeah, I got to play him again next year. And he said he's going to buy me an Ohio State shirt.
That's what Anthony.
Let me make you a personalized one. I could one up that.
Oh, go ahead. Make it a medium.
Hey, he already on the thumbnail of a video. Like we already beat him in the submission, T1.
Okay.
Anthony got a question for you too. He's saying for the Ohio State guys, what are your guys' opinion on Miami's freshman receiver Malachi Tony?
He cold. He's the same type of skill set that Xavier Restrepo was, but I think he a little faster and he a little quicker. Dude, he like a bowling ball. You know what I mean? He built like a bowling ball. He's stocky, short, speedy. That's that Mark Cristobal. That's what he like his offense to look like. He like that slot guy to be exactly what he is. So, he cold to me. I ain't nothing else to say.
Yeah, I'm agree with you with that. It's a lot of talent out here, and that's one of the talented receivers.
He's compared him to Roscoe Parrish and Santana Moss, if y'all remember those two guys.
I remember Santana.
Good comparisons. I like it.
Let's go to our next question. We know that Ohio State, Oregon, and Penn State are at the top of the Big Ten. What other schools have gotten your attention in the Big Ten?
The same one I've been saying from the off the barrel. Off the barrel. The same one I've been telling y'all. The Fighting Illini of Illinois. Why did post game like Illinois? They brought back 9 on offense, 7 on defense. Their kicker, their coach is a good coach. They're in the Big Ten. They tough. They physical. I really like their quarterback, Luke Altmaier, one of the better quarterbacks in the country. And I'm sticking to my pick, fellas. I think the Illini is going to win the Big Ten. That doesn't mean they're the best team in the Big Ten. That doesn't mean they're going to win a national championship. But I think somehow, some way, the Illini is going to win the regular season in the Big Ten.
Time out. Don't they play Ohio State?
Hey man,
Yep.
that's his opinion, man.
No, that was just a real honest question.
Man, he can't ask him a question, man. Dang.
That's it. I just wanted to know if they play Ohio State. If he say they're gonna win the conference.
You said, don't they play Ohio State? You didn't say do.
No, I know.
T-
That's what I'm saying.
T1.
But they do, right? They play them, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So I think that's a hard feat right there.
Did y'all play Oregon last year in the regular season?
We did.
Okay. That doesn't mean I'm not saying they better than y'all. Of course, I think Ohio State is better. I just think that Illinois is going to find a way to win the Big Ten this year.
But don't they have, so you saying they could make it to the Big Ten championship even if they lose to Ohio State?
Yep.
Okay, I like that. I would like for like I was doing these records. I mean, either Indiana or Illinois. Don't let one of them do something, and don't let Michigan mess around and not lose but one more game and be out here 10-2, which I don't think that's possible, but it's possible. But if Illinois was to do something, you're really talking about shaking up that college football playoff when it comes to talking about the Big Ten. And we all know it should be the Big Ten with all of these ranked teams out here.
I think the Illini going to find their way in the playoffs this year. I really do.
And they could. They could. Now I feel more confident with you on that more than them being Big Ten championships. I feel a little bit more confident saying they have a great shot of making the playoffs this year. They just missed it last year.
Nah, I don't see it.
We'll find out this week because they got Indiana, right? Ain't they both
They play Indiana, Washington, Ohio State, and USC. They going 2-2. They not. You know what I mean?
We'll see.
Well, 10-2 might get them in. Yeah, it might get them in. They ain't gonna be in the Big Ten championship though. That's for sure. Not with Penn State schedule that they got, and then Ohio State and Oregon. Oregon got a terrible schedule, low key.
You say
we'll
terrible.
see.
What you mean by terrible?
Like their schedule was tougher than both of those teams, easily.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Oregon. I think Oregon only really played Penn State, really.
Yeah, man, they gave them the sweetest deal since they entered the Big Ten. That's crazy.
Yeah, Oregon
Excuse me.
definitely got a layup. Oregon definitely got a layup entering the Big Ten conference. And it's not because we don't have teams. They just made sure that they didn't play because I don't think Oregon did Oregon play Penn State? Or is it Michigan they don't play? I don't think they have Ohio State or Michigan.
Nope. They only play Penn State, I believe. Let me see.
Well, it's because y'all got too many cupcakes in there.
Yeah, Oregon, they don't play Ohio State, Michigan. They don't play the Illini. So, I mean,
Do they play Indiana?
they play Indiana.
They play USC and
They
Washington.
play USC.
Yeah,
they play USC and Washington.
Oh, okay.
I want to see what USC really about too, for real.
You're going to find out this weekend because they play an undefeated Michigan State.
Man, here you go, man.
Hey, we gonna see,
Who
man.
got
Y'all
confidence in Michigan State? I don't. They just a team that you're gonna have to play.
don't believe in
That's what my
Illinois.
man say.
And it's gonna be real interesting, man. But I'm picking Illinois, fella. I like this team, I really do. But
All right,
and it's gonna be a
every
real big test against Indiana this week. And that's
every Saturday morning. I want you to pick them, man, because I'm still trying to win this race by the end of the year. Who picked the most teams correctly? So every Saturday, I want you to pick Illinois.
I didn't say they was gonna go undefeated.
Oh, okay.
I mean, they'll be on the docket this weekend, but they ain't going to be on the docket every weekend.
I can't wait. Till, matter of fact, on Thursday, we got to preview that game.
Yeah.
But Zay, real quick before you move on, Zay did make a good point, man. They do see Indiana, USC, Ohio State, and Washington in 4 of their next 5 games. So it's really gut check time for the Illini. We're gonna find out what type of team they are.
Yeah. Now, Anthony, we'll get down there to your statements here in a little bit. Let's get a couple of more of these questions we got in here. Who's been your biggest surprise in the NFL so far, player or team?
That's easy for me, fellas. I'm gonna go with my Indianapolis Colts.
I knew it.
I think they. First of all, fellas, let me give a shout out to Can I give a shout out to the Chicago Bears for taking Colston Loveland and not Warren from Penn State? Can I do that? Let me give a shout out to the Bears, man. I thank you, Chicago. Warren looks like the real deal. But the biggest surprise to me, fellas, has been my Indianapolis Colts. I think they set a record. They haven't punted yet with in 2 games. That team hasn't punted yet. So I really like what I'm seeing from the offense, the defense. Daniel Jones has surprised me, fellas. I didn't think he had it in him. But you're seeing the resurgence of a lot of these quarterbacks who fail, go to a couple other teams, then finally find that good opportunity, that good situation, and they thrive. So my Indianapolis Colts, I got to go with them.
That system, that's a good point you got right there post game. Because if you put a quarterback, if you change his environment and change the system, you see a lot of these quarterbacks that we labeled as bums when they were at the Jets or when they were at the Giants. I don't know if it's a New York thing, but both of them quarterbacks that were at the New York Jets and New York Giants, if Daniels keeps it up, they're shining. They're looking good. They're looking good. They're looking like, I know if Donald keeps it up, he's looking like a franchise quarterback. And like I've been saying, look like a bad decision by Minnesota, but we'll see. I'm definitely surprised by them Colts, though.
Y'all got to call him Indiana Jones now.
Man, I was gonna go with the Colts, man. I knew post game was gonna go with his boys, though. So I can't even.
But why not? I mean, I don't know who had them. Are they 3-0 post game?
2-0.
2-0. But remember, I told y'all in the chat.
Who had the 2-0, especially with Daniel Jones starting. I don't even know if post game believed that they was gonna go 2-0.
No, but remember in the chat, I told y'all to put some money on them winning the AFC South.
You did.
I did say that.
You did. It's in the ether. It's recorded, bro. It's recorded in the ether. That's what I like about these podcasts, because we can go back and pull up facts.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the NFC West, man. I don't think they played a super hard schedule to start off this season. So for them to have 3 teams 2-0 might not be a whole big thing, but for the Cardinals to be 2-0, the Niners to be 2-0, I mean, it's just a surprise. You think them teams probably a drop one game, especially as banged up as the Niners is. And me personally, I don't have no faith in Kyler Murray, so I'm going to hold NFC West, man.
Kyler's a bum, man. He didn't get the ball to Harris until it was like late in the 3rd quarter the other night, man. I'm tired of seeing that. They're just wasting my dude's years, man.
Maybe it's Harrison.
It's not. It's not.
I
It's not.
just play.
No, but it's real bad. And I know he has to be frustrated because we saw what this kid did in college. We know that he's a great wide receiver, and they were saying probably one of the best that we've seen in a while. And here go another one of those things. Let him go to another situation, another team, and watch that boy explode. They're not going to do nothing with Kyler Murray at quarterback in Arizona with Harrison. We're about to see this for a second year now. Even though he got 1,000 yards last year, it's still like we know he left a whole lot on the table.
Man, Marvelous Jr. should be dominating.
He should be dominating. Like, just throw it to him, but he can't sing. Y'all think it's a joke. He can't sing.
Well, that was my pick for surprise because they 2-0, and I ain't no real big believer in Kyler Murray. I believe in him more than FanDuel do, but I don't believe in him as far as being one of the upper echelon quarterbacks in the NFL. But they're 2-0, man, and I never would have thought they would have been 2-0. And he did say San Francisco too. They banged up, and they 2-0. So, man, you got to give a shout out to both of them teams to be 2-0, and they don't. I wouldn't have expected them to be, for sure. Do you think Shador should have told the Ravens not to draft him in the 5th round?
Yes. Yeah, I truly believe. I mean, how long do you think Lamar Jackson is going to be in the NFL? That's question number one, and that will be question that I will ask my agent if he did come to me and say, "Hey, Baltimore's about to take you." Baltimore with Lamar, the MVP. I'm not sitting behind him until my first contract is up, and I haven't played it down.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
you know that it wouldn't have been because they wanted him to sit behind Lamar his whole career.
So what would he do?
They probably would have just wanted him to get under him, get some tutelage, learn the ways of the NFL. Trust me, Baltimore wasn't going to keep him on the bench like that. They was going to
Then trade him away, let him learn from Lamar, and then trade him away.
For sure. Hell yeah. That's money, but you're going to get picks and money.
Man,
But
listen,
if he ain't
man.
playing, who gonna get him?
Listen. Bruh, he should have definitely went to Baltimore. But how old is Lamar? 30? 29?
Dude.
What is he?
He still easily got 7-8 years left.
No, he don't. Not easily. What are you talking about? He's a dual threat quarterback.
I mean, he's still out here kicking. What are you about in
right
year
now?
7? He about in year 7?
Yeah, I
What
think
about Lamar Jackson?
He's been there for a while now.
I say about 7. What? About 7-8 years?
Because he was there. He was there when Charlie Strong was the coach at Louisville, and Charlie Strong did 4 years at Texas, and then we had what's the name for 4 years, Tom Herman, and we done had what's the name for 4 years. So he's been there for a minute.
But whatever the case, Shador would have been on the bench for a minute. At least 3 years. You only signed in a 3-year contract.
He could have learned for 4 years. He could have still made his money with the jersey sales. He wasn't gonna outshine Lamar Jackson, bro, or Derrick Henry. They wanted him. It wasn't like this is an organization that didn't want him. They wanted him. You know, he in an organization that didn't even want him.
Hey, y'all do know that all of this is a smokescreen, right? Let's get this out the way because I don't even know how much of this that should really be a topic because first of all, it shouldn't have went in the 5th round. We see that right now with all of these quarterbacks out here. We know Pittsburgh should have got him. The Giants should have got him. The Saints, the Steelers, the Raiders. That's just 5. The Browns. That's 6 right there just off the rip. Like, dude, like he should have went to Baltimore in the 5th round. Tell me a quarterback in college right now that's just way better than Shador. because somebody coming out going before the 5th round. Who out there better than Shador? And we talking about shit he had went in the 5th round of Baltimore.
Let me add to this. Do I think Shador should have told the Ravens not to draft him? Absolutely. Because you got to think about this, man. Do we believe the Sanders are intelligent and do their homework and know the ins and outs of the NFL?
Kill him post game.
Do we believe that?
Kill him post game. I like that.
If we believe that, then they absolutely made the right decision.
Great point post game. That's what I was.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that he shouldn't have told him that. I said that he should have told him that because he wants to play. I wouldn't have wanted to go sit behind Lamar Jackson for all that time. I would have wanted to go somewhere where I can make the fastest track to the field.
Right. Yeah.
Whatever happened to your quarterback developing though? Like, why is him sitting down and learning such a bad thing? This is the same thing we was talking about with Sam Darnold, Geno Smith, and all these other cats, Daniel Jones, all these other cats that's balling out in the league. They got thrown in the fire. Their confidence got killed a little bit. They got with the right coach and into the right system, and then they start balling out. We always act like somebody got to hit the field as soon as they get in the league. That stuff is nonsense.
That's just what they. That's just when you go in the first round. When you go in the first round, they draft you to play. They don't draft you to sit down. They didn't draft.
That's why he didn't go in the first round. That's why he didn't go in the first round.
They didn't draft Cam Ward to go and sit. They didn't. They ain't draft him to go and sit and look at nobody. They don't draft first rounders to sit. First rounders don't sit. First rounders go and start. They get thrown into the fire. Peyton Manning, horrible first year. Horrible first year.
What's Shador's biggest problem?
What the situation is, though. It depends on
Biggest problem is that he is Sanders.
No, I'm talking about on the field, bro. Stop playing all this nonsense. Like, just the world is out. Like, he don't have no flaws, bro. He holds the ball too much, bro. He holds the ball too much.
Who? I must be missing something because I'm just hearing, and this is what I don't like. And as a former quarterback, everybody wants to point at Shador's flaws as if it ain't not one more quarterback out here. Like, if you don't see like I just said, like you ain't see bad quarterback play in the NFL. I just saw my quarterback, CJ Stroud. If he hit his receivers, they probably gonna win that game. He was off. What you got to say about him? Like, talk about all the other quarterbacks. People need to stop talking about Shador. Shador hold the ball too long. I see Shador.
So you think Shador is good? So you think he good at CJ Stroud?
Man, y'all gotta stop the madness, man. I see Shador throwing the ball. Everybody like he just sit back there and hold on to the ball. Is it a play or two? I can watch any NFL game and look at a quarterback and say he held the ball too long that play. Any quarterback, any game. But y'all want to say Shador holds the ball too long as if every time he drop back, he holding the ball too long.
He does it consistently enough.
No, he doesn't.
It's two things.
Passes for that.
It's two. But he gets stacked a lot, don't he? Because he holding the ball. It's two things that you cannot do as an NFL. Hey, T1, it's two things you cannot do in the NFL as a quarterback. You can't take sacks and you can't throw interceptions. He takes sacks, bro.
He did that in college for his percentage ratings, for his throwing percentage. That's why he took.
And when we seen it in preseason, when we seen it in preseason, you blame the offensive line. When are you going to take accountability that the brother hold the ball sometimes? When are you going to take that accountability?
You didn't just hear me. Every quarterback hold the ball too long sometimes.
Every quarterback don't get sacked as much as him,
more than everybody else.
Listen, he an NFL quarterback, bro. If an organization wants you, you should have went to that organization.
They done brainwashed y'all to believe that he a fifth-round quarterback. He holds the ball too long. He does this, he does that.
Nobody said he was a fifth-round quarterback. I said the Ravens wanted him. The Browns did not want him. He should have went where he was wanted because they would have been invested into him.
Even all of that is foolery. We know what happened with the Shador thing, man.
Yeah, we understand all of that. We understand all that.
Like, come on.
He went in the 5th round. That's what the facts are now. And
Yeah, but everybody everybody know better than that. Anybody with a piece of sense, man, like all of this Shedeur talk and slander, really a whole lot of it is slander. A lot of it is slander, and all of it, very rarely do I hear like, hey, this is this quarterback has a high IQ. This quarterback is highly accurate. This quarterback is poised. This quarterback, I don't hear those things. All I hear is he holds the ball too long. He takes too many sacks. When we all know that's all depending on your offensive line.
Bro, the only reason, hold up, man, because you got it all messed up, bro. You making it sound like I don't think it's nothing good about Shedeur. Only thing I'm telling you is you gotta highlight the reasons why he is not on the field. Yeah. You gotta highlight the reasons, bro. You trying to look past the reasons for what, bro? Because his name is Shedeur Sanders? No, he has a problem with holding the ball. That's really his only issue.
Yeah.
All right, bro. He should have went in the 5th round. I don't think he should have went in the 5th round, but if the Ravens was willing to take a chance on him, I think he should have went.
All right, go ahead. Y'all right.
Let's go to the next question.
Y'all right.
Can the Cincinnati Bengals make the playoffs without Joe Burrow?
Nip.
I don't know. You're going to have to give me some more time because although Browning came in and, he threw some bad balls, and like I say, they all throw bad balls. They all hold the ball too long sometimes, but he did what he had to do to get that victory, and it actually was a great game by him. It was a great save by him, and he can still, if you looked at him last year when Burrows went out, he's actually pretty good. And he has that relationship. He throws with Higgins and Chase and them receivers. And no, not if the defense don't do anything.
Somebody said something interesting to me at work today. They said, what if the Bengals went out and got Shedeur? But I'll
put that in the chat.
Nice. I think Browning will be straight. Of course, he's not Joe Burrow, but I think he'll be good enough to move that offense. You still got Jamar Chase and T. Higgins and Chase Brown.
Yeah.
So I think they'll be okay. I don't think they'll make the playoffs. So
I think they'll make the playoffs either.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, it's bad enough that the defense ain't that good, but then you take Joey B out. That's all bad.
I think Jake Browning is one of the better backups in the league, though. So I don't know.
Hey, it's all still going to depend on the defense.
Yeah, for sure. The Chiefs are 0-2. Should the Kansas City fans be worried? Is their Super Bowl run over?
Yeah, the dynasty is done, bro. It's over. And Patrick Mahomes, he getting up there in age. Travis Kelce probably on his last year. Yeah, I don't see nothing happening over there no more.
Yeah, let me the thing is this with the Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes is leading the Chiefs in rushing right now. Your quarterback, not the Kansas, Patrick Mahomes can't lead the team in rushing. The Kansas City problem, if you compare them to years past when they were great, is they can't run the ball with their running backs. Mm-hmm. Their defense isn't playing like they played in those Super Bowls. So are they done? I don't want to say done because I hate betting against Pat Mahomes and Andy Reid. We'll see how this team looks when Rashee Rice comes back from suspension. We'll see if they can find a running game. But for now, man, it's not looking good.
Yeah, it's not looking good. Like you said, they can't run the football, and their defense isn't what it used to be. If they can correct some of those things, which I don't know if they're going to get an offensive lineman or two from anywhere that's going to be able to help that line to be able to help their running game, but I don't see them making it this year. Do
I
y'all
think
think
they still can
Miami?
make I still think they still can possibly make the playoffs, though. I ain't gonna count them out off of 2 games. They can definitely still make the playoffs, but as far as the dynasty, yeah, that's over with.
Yeah, y'all can see them making the playoffs as well. Do y'all think Miami's going to blow out Florida this weekend? And do you feel like they can blow out Florida State? Or do y'all think Florida State is overrated?
Well, I'll tell you, if Lagway throw 5 interceptions again, Miami,
He
I
threw five
got a better
interceptions?
man. He threw 5 interceptions.
What? I didn't
Man,
know that.
he had a Honda McCord outing.
Wow. I didn't know that. Wait a minute, wait a minute. So against LSU, he threw 5 interceptions.
Yep.
Yeah, bro.
And they didn't get blown out?
No.
That's why I'm
That's why
saying,
post game
man.
been talking about that offense. He was saying that offense don't look right.
LSU might not be as good as we thought.
They're not. Just like we gave that quarterback all of these P's before he came into this season. I see a whole lot of quarterbacks stock have dropped during this season, and that's why I'm even a little bit more upset when people get to talking about my 5th rounder.
Oh my God, you still bringing up Shador? You going crazy about Shador?
See, you going crazy, Zay. I just said something. I just
No,
made
every time we speak about something, like
Time
you
out,
spoke.
time out,
No,
Zay.
whoa.
Time out, Zay. Go ahead,
Yeah,
Zay.
Mike.
Every time you speak about something, you bring Shador back into it. We spoke about Jake Brown, and you was like, even he hold up. You keep on implying stuff about Shador, man. Nobody care, bro. He ain't on the field, bro.
It's
Hey
either
Zay. Here's one thing that y'all gonna have to remember. All right. You see that picture that's up on the screen? That's number 14. QB. I love my QBs. I fight for my QBs. I go strong. It took us a long time to get to where we at. So when you hear my passion about that position and my players that look like me that had to fight extremely hard to get there, I got a passion for it, bro, and you know I'm gonna come with it. I ain't gonna let nobody dog my boys.
Bro, I'm saying they need to put you on payroll, bro.
Ohio State do too, because he's a homer. So do y'all think they're gonna beat smash Florida and beat Florida State? And is Florida State overrated?
They're gonna make Swiss cheese out of Florida. Florida State, I believe, should be a good game.
Where the game at? Florida.
I think they go to Tallahassee, if I'm mistaken.
No, Florida, not Florida State.
Oh,
Where they
no,
play?
I think they go to Miami for that game.
Yeah, they might blow them out. But
I'm gonna give Florida
I got
State.
my bad, T. Go ahead.
I'm not gonna give Florida State the overranked little label right now. Just like for real, I ain't gonna say that Notre Dame is dead in the water. You know, so this is what people got to understand. We still have a whole lot of football left. And, you know, we saw it with Notre Dame. They lost to a MAC team, and they came together and they did what they had to do. So that's very possible for Notre Dame, and it's very possible for Florida State to continue what they're doing. But we also know that it can go backwards too. So that's the one great thing about college football. I have to say that college football and college basketball are probably the 2 best sports in America.
Yeah, because for college football, the margin of error is so slim. That's why I love it so much.
Yeah, it's very, very slim.
Yeah, I think Miami beat Florida. I think Florida State beat Miami.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Well,
I
Moss
think they definitely beat Florida.
Moss just did a backflip, Zay.
He did 2
Man,
backflips.
I'm telling you, man, he be rolling up, putting his robe on with the disco ball, listening to the theme music. I'm trying to tell y'all.
He just burnt somebody's food on that one. Anthony is saying that Virginia Tech is trying to come after Indiana's head coach. What y'all think about that? Should they?
Carsonetti ain't leaving.
You wouldn't leave Indiana for Virginia Tech?
Nah, I'm in a better conference.
You gotta understand, we get bread. Ain't nobody leaving the Big Ten, buddy. Money, big money, meals.
The teams might be getting that, but that don't mean that he can make more money at Indiana than he can Virginia Tech. I guarantee you he can make more money as a coach at Virginia Tech than he can at Indiana.
I think Indiana might, if he continues to win, Indiana match anything somebody try to do.
That's very interesting. I don't know, man. I don't know. That's interesting.
Hey, one thing I know is ACC ain't giving their program $75 million. I don't think you could distribute that revenue money how you want. So I don't think they got enough money out there.
Man,
Our teams is good.
He ain't thinking about what the university is getting. He's thinking about what he's gonna get in his pocket. There's no way in hell that Indiana is ever gonna win the Big Ten. Virginia Tech could possibly win the ACC.
How do you know that?
That's true. I believe that.
You don't think that Indiana is never gonna win the Big Ten?
Nah, I don't think that they
never won it in your lifetime.
And Carsonetti done changed a lot in my lifetime. They made the playoffs.
I hear
You see what I'm saying? So it sounds like
the Big Ten is weak as
Nah, it sounds like a match made in heaven. That's the only thing I'm saying. Sometimes the right fit is more than anything.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
And he already making $8 million a year.
Indiana's paying him $8 million a year?
Bro, he getting paid $8 million, bro, a
it's
year.
the Big Ten, bro. We give people that money, bro.
I look that up, man.
Go ahead and look it up. It might be not. It might be 9 for real. He one of the highest paid coaches in the Big Ten.
I gotta look that up, bro. That's a lot of bread, man. That's a lot of bread.
They giving it out there, but
you know the Big Ten got money. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
We got big money.
But that don't mean that
we give our money to the coaches, not just the players.
But what I'm telling you is though, that revenue you getting from the Big Ten itself is paying for salaries. It's paying for coaching salaries. It ain't you putting that money into the program. It ain't about the school getting the money. That's the Big Ten revenue for sports. Each Big Ten team getting $75 million, bro.
He want to know, do y'all think Miami Dolphins will trade for Shedeur? I mean, I guess we got to keep Shedeur relevant.
Man, listen, it's a couple teams out there that should. I put in the chat when Moss said that Joe Burrow might be out. Like y'all should go get Shedeur. That's what the first thing I said.
Cleveland ain't sending Shedeur to Cincinnati. I can guarantee you that in my Charles Barkley voice.
I don't think Miami is a bad spot for Shedeur.
I don't either.
Now if y'all would have said he turned down Miami, I'd have said, oh, now they crazy. Yeah. Because Tua could be up out of here tomorrow.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would roll the dice on that. And see, that's all I'm saying about that situation. Not to go back on it again, Zay.
Nah. Somebody else brought us here this time. You good.
Yeah. So if it was Miami, ooh, I think a whole lot of people would have liked that and wouldn't have minded if he sat behind Tua until Tua hung it up, which, like I say, is after his next concussion.
Yeah.
You know what's tricky about Shedeur, man? I
What's
don't
that?
think people account for, man. A lot of these teams don't want to see him win in the first place because he already got that contract
Yeah.
with the money and the jersey, and they like this dude walking in here wasn't drafted high, and we know it was collusion. I wish he would have got a
But needs
lawyer.
that money though. That's the thing. That's the thing with them Sanders boys. Like they came in, we don't need y'all's money. We just want to play football. That's it. We gonna get money. We Sanders. But yeah, a lot of teams don't want them, and like it's gonna be a circus. They be creating a circus. But let's go.
All right, y'all. I don't have anything else. He's saying Kurt Signetti ain't worth. That's a massive overpay if he's making that. He's not worth
No,
$9
that
million.
is not an overpay.
Indiana got their return last year off of that man.
Exactly. Indiana been so bad in football for forever, and they made it to a playoff. How you saying he overpaid? He got them to a playoff, bro. A playoff.
And it's
And
a lot of universities ain't never gonna make that playoff with the 12 team.
in his first year.
That's true.
I mean, I hear what y'all saying, man. I do. I really do hear what y'all saying. But you got to see what that Indiana team looked like, even though they made the playoffs against any good competition. You see what they look like. They got slaughtered.
And what I said, I keep saying this. You can say what you want to say. Their score at the end of the game was a less deficit than the next teams that Notre Dame played. Notre Dame beat everybody else by more points. And we're going to keep on putting this narrative out here that they got slaughtered and that they wasn't this and that they wasn't that. But Notre Dame beat everybody else by more points.
They don't want to hear that, Zay. So stop.
Where did y'all play Indiana at last year?
We played them in the shoe.
What y'all do to them?
We beat them. We beat them. Bro, why are you comparing people to us?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, we beat on everybody though. We beat on just about everybody around the country.
He know that, Zay.
What I'm trying to tell you is, good and daggone well, Indiana was not going to be able to compete in that college football playoffs, even though they made it. That's why they ain't going to make that mistake again this year.
And it'll be blasphemous because, like I said, Notre Dame beat Georgia by more points. Big dog, big Georgia. Yeah, the owner of the SEC. Hey, they beat the owner of the SEC by more points.
They did. Y'all got anything else y'all want to discuss before we go? We're coming up on a whole hour and a half.
Good, I'm Gucci.
Yeah, I just want to send a shout out to everybody in the chat. Thank y'all for subscribing. Thank y'all for liking. Thank y'all for y'all comments. And thank y'all for rocking with us. We truly appreciate it.
True that.
Oh, yeah, we cooking up something, too. For everybody to stand down loyal in the chat. We cooking up something. We got an idea for y'all. So stay around. Tune in every show, man, so y'all don't miss the little thing that we got for y'all.
Anthony said, if this is me just defending the NFL, but I believe head coaches and quarterback coaches didn't want to deal with helicopter parenting of Deion, telling them.
I could have sworn I turned this thing off.
Yeah, you ain't.
Hey, Anthony be watching the show. I'm telling you, he be tuned in. He know how to keep it going. I tell you. Hey, I rock with Anthony.
I mean, that's a true statement, though, man. I believe that there were some coaches and some organizations and some quarterback coaches and head coaches that didn't want to have to deal with that, man.
Yeah,
But guess what? The Cleveland Browns, they haven't seen Coach Prime. That's what I'm saying. The media creating all of this stuff.
Well, they would have seen Prime, but Shador told him to stay away.
Those are the kind of statements he was making, though, bro.
Right, because those were if you recall the video before the draft when everybody thought Shador was going in the first round, and he talking to Roger Goodell, and Roger Goodell going to say, "I'm worried about your dad," and he said, "What you worried about my dad for?" Like that's coming from the head man of the NFL. So just man, this is ugly for a sport that I love. It's really ugly because everybody know that like this is wrong, but it's ugly. You know, just like the presidency, it's ugly.
Yeah, I just think it's a lot of false narratives surrounding Shador. His dad is busy trying to coach Colorado to relevancy, so I don't understand that. You know,
Hey,
Right.
but we gotta be honest though.
None of these
Huh?
people.
We gotta be honest though. He was in Tampa. He was in Tampa. And the only reason why he wasn't in Cleveland is because Shador told him to stay away.
I mean, but here's the thing: he's a dad. He's gonna be like these things with these famous dads and these kids, like the LeBron thing and Bronny, like this stuff. And now I get as a father, it sickens me. Like dad, don't let your dad come around. That sounds like it's a bitter ex-wife or somebody over on the other end. That's crazy. I'm serious, man. All of this stuff is like me. I feel like I'm too old just to even be listening to the stupid stuff that they got going on with this situation.
This is a business, bro. This is a business. If I hire your son, you can't come doing what the hell you want to do at my business.
But what? Who said what is this man gonna
your
go
son.
do on the
You can
NFL
praise your
sideline?
son, but when it starts affecting what we doing here in our organization, bro, hey, listen, you gotta either tell your dad we can't have that, or you got to go.
So when I'm just confused. I mean, it sounds as if y'all have seen something that I haven't seen. I haven't seen Deion Sanders. I'm gonna take the coach and all prime and all of that out of there. I haven't seen Deion Sanders in any type of way out of his.
He did interviews, bro, telling organizations that
Not the
there are
best.
certain organizations
But the man
that
needs
his
to do it. There's no
his son
conversation.
go to. How can you do that?
He didn't start this stuff, just like LeBron didn't start the teaming up stuff. So now Coach Prime started that.
Your
The
son
man started that, and we don't even know who else might have started it before then. We just know what they tell us. And what they told us is the Manning said, my kid ain't going out to San Diego. There was no backlash from nobody. They wasn't talking about this a year later on social media or
did he
on
say that, or did his
ESPN.
daddy say that?
What?
Did he say that, or did his daddy say
They
that?
said it.
let me ask y'all a question. Did the media say the same things about LeVar Ball?
I mean, they just be clowning our parents who don't do nothing but parent their kids and try to build the best life for their kid, and it's crazy.
I just think Deion Sanders is way too intelligent to do something stupid like that.
Right.
That's just
If
me,
he
though.
don't feed into their stuff post game. If he did, he'd be coming. But he, like you say, he's too intelligent and he good with his wordplay in his mouth. But when he catch you and you're in front of him and you're wrong, he gonna keep it real with you. And of course, they don't like to keep it real stuff. They want you to stay in line, and he was never a stay in line player, and it's affecting his kids, and that's really, really sad. But only in America.
I think the LeVar Ball comparison is out of pocket, man, because it ain't the same entities.
I don't think it was really a comparison, but when I think about Mr. Ball, saw that boy raised 3 amazing kids, man. Sent 2 of them to the league, and the third one would have been in the league. Y'all crazy.
Yeah, that's the comparison is that the media said don't stay away from this kid because of his dad. That's the comparison. It all came from the
Yeah,
same
but
place, the media.
one dad is connected, and he was one of the best players in that sport ever, and the other dad is not. He's just a dad that's at the game.
But
Man,
did
he's
they
not just
not?
a dad at the
But
game, and I
hold
don't
on,
care
hold
if he
on, hold
never
on, hold
played.
on, hold on. But did they not say the same things?
Yeah, they
Yeah,
said the
it's the
same thing.
exact same
Okay,
thing.
that's all I'm saying.
It's sick, dog. As a father, it's sick. Even if I wasn't a father, just as a black man, it's some sick stuff. Man, do you know how hard it is to get to that level? And you got a man who, all of his sons, D1 full rise to school, educated, intelligent, and it's a not in the media for doing this or doing that, but they have problems. We see problem players out here. It ain't them. Crazy.
All I'm saying, man, is listen. If your son is good enough to make it to the league, as his father, all you got to do is support him in that. You ain't got to do nothing else. You ain't got to make no statements. You ain't got to do nothing. You just got to be there for your son like a father's supposed to be. You ain't got to make no statements, though. You ain't got to do none of that stuff.
Listen here. Just like Lamar. Who is Lamar Jackson's agent?
I don't
His
know.
mother.
His mama. Y'all, that's a whole nother thing. Like, you don't even need if you have the skills, you don't need an agent.
That's true.
If you get drafted number 1, you get paid what the number 1 picks get. If you get drafted 15, you get paid. These agents ain't doing nothing special. It's just a part of the game. And when one of us go get our mother or our family member or our father as our agent, it's a problem. And they said that's what was the problem with Shador and Shiloh. They didn't have the agents that everybody else had. They got the agents when I think they got the agents after they got drafted. Like, we see we can't do this. But yeah, all of this stuff is madness, and it's crazy, man. It's crazy to me.
Oh, yeah, we know that's there, though. We know that that's there.
Hey, but listen, though, T1, I think Shador will prevail. Regardless of what you're saying, one day he's going to be an NFL starting quarterback. One day.
Oh no,
I
he's
agree.
gonna be seen. He's gonna be seen this year, and I'm cool with them. Y'all pick Dylan ahead of him. I'm cool with him giving Dylan the first shot and first go. I'm all the way cool with that. Put him out there. Put him in the fire.
Yeah, the cream gonna rise to the top.
Always.
I believe that kid got greatness in him. So he'll get it eventually.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
And I don't look.
And when his opportunity come, he better be ready.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Why wouldn't he be ready? Just
I'm
answer
just
that.
saying, everybody don't get the same fair opportunities and the amount of opportunities everybody else get. He might get one shot and one shot only. I just said a statement. I said he better be ready. That's all I said. I didn't say he wasn't. I wasn't implying he wasn't going to be ready or not. Why are you saying, come on, man, like I'm putting the brother down?
No, I'm just saying. I mean, you just said he better be ready.
Yeah, because I'm counting on him to be ready. Because I'm rooting for him.
I know, but listen, once again, and this is all I'm saying, it's just the statements that are made. Like, what quarterback shouldn't be ready if they go start in the NFL game?
Okay, I can't say
only Shador should be ready. My fault, Zay.
Oh my God! See, this is what I hate. Why I hate talking Shador with you, because you think you take everything as a negative when somebody say his name.
No.
Yes, you do, bro. Yes, you do. You do it every time, bro. You act like everybody is rooting against him. You think you're the only person that's on his side.
Okay, so listen to the only thing that I'm saying. The only thing that I'm saying is you said he better be ready. Like, come on, man. I'm sorry. I just sometimes when statements like that is made, I'm just like, the offensive lineman better be ready. The receivers better be ready. So
who are we talking about right now?
Shador, but why?
Okay. I rest my case, Your Honor.
Be ready.
Nothing better than having two Buckeye fans going at
Go
each other.
at it.
Hey, I bet y'all think we beefing, huh?
Hey,
No, no.
that's what I'm saying. I love my brothers. You know when you got that,
Yeah,
when you got that family, when you got that family love, y'all could talk, y'all could squabble, y'all could do whatever and however y'all do it, and it's just nothing but love.
Hey, this ain't got nothing on him and Poe. I don't care what nobody talking about.
You and Poe.
Nah, yeah, well, me and Poe too.
Hey, brothers fight. It's all right.
All day,
For sure.
all day, brothers fight, cousins fight, family fight, man. That's the only way we're gonna be able to survive out here in the streets.
That's facts. That's facts. Well, yeah, we appreciate everybody for tuning in, man. Check us out tomorrow at 7 p.m. We're going to have Parlay Poe with the bread. Our man FanDuel Zay covers the spread tomorrow. Check them out. They're going to give you some pointers, some tips on what you might want to do if you go out there and you want to do parlays, you want to bet on some games or whatnot. They're going to hit you up with that information tomorrow. So tune in tomorrow at 7 p.m. for Parlay Poe covers the bread. FanDuel Zay covers the spread. We check you out tomorrow.
And don't forget, every Thursday night at 7:45, we got the Thursday night forecast. You know, the WTP Sports Dudes. We here every Thursday night, 7:45. So make sure y'all tune into that show as well.
Yep.
Facts. All right, y'all. Well, man, good show, man. I'll see y'all again on probably tomorrow.
Yeah, Level Up Sports 10, FanDuel, Zay, Parlay, Poe, Blitzberg, the podcast, and City League TV postgame 86.
Let's go. We was in the building. Now we out.
Peace.
Man.